9 of the deadliest shipwrecks in history. Embark on a voyage through time's most perilous seas. Unearth the harrowing stories of 9 shipwrecks where fate collided with tragedy. Can you fathom the chaos of storms, human error, and technical failures? Let's set sail into these maritime mysteries that shaped seafaring adventures. The Titanic, a marvel of engineering, met an iceberg on April 15, 1912. This catastrophe claimed over 1,500 lives. How did such an iconic ship succumb? Explore the grave error and environmental forces that sealed its fate, spurring revolutionary changes in maritime safety. The majestic Lusitania went down in 18 minutes on May 7, 1915. A German U-boat torpedoed it, leading to 1,198 casualties. This tragedy shook the world, nudging America into World War I. Uncover the political ramifications and the fragile balance of neutrality at sea. Lost in the shadows of history, the Empress of Ireland sank in the St. Lawrence River on May 29, 1914. In just 14 minutes, 1,012 lives vanished. Discover how dense fog and poor visibility birthed one of Canada's worst maritime disasters, yet rarely spoken in history. These shipwrecks remind us of the ocean's might and the fallibility of man. Each story chronicles a lesson, an innovation, a change. As we navigate through these tales, let them inspire curiosity and caution in maritime pursuits. Join us on this journey. Subscribe, like, and share to keep the legacy of sea exploration alive. Follow our channel to delve deeper into maritime history, where every wave holds a story untold. The Rescuers of the Titanic, a legacy at sea. A lone image, a lifeline captured, tells tales of a night when the Titanic met its icy fate. As the world learned of the disaster, one ship, the RMS Carpathia, heeded the desperate calls, becoming a symbol of bravery amidst unforgiving waters. The Carpathia's crew exemplified maritime valor, navigating treacherous seas to answer Titanic's distress signals. This photograph, captured by a passenger, immortalizes the unwavering courage that night, documenting the fearless resolve of those who dared to rescue against impossible odds. This event underlines timeless lessons for maritime professionals. Every professional on board, a ship plays a vital role in turning potential disasters into stories of survival. The heroic actions of Carpathia's crew continue to inspire seafarers, reminding them of their duty and potential in times of crisis. Let the legacy of the Carpathia and its crew ignite your professional passion. As maritime guardians, you too can transform peril into hope through preparation and unwavering resolve. Delve deeper into this historic rescue and channel this heroism in your maritime journeys, share, and explore more to honor this maritime heritage. The White Ship Tragedy, a turning point in English history. November 25, 1120, appeared calm as the White Ship prepared to cross the English Channel. But beneath the surface, fate brewed a storm. As the ship sank, it dragged 300 souls into the abyss, including William the Aetheling, heir to England's throne. History took a fatal plunge that night. William's death was more than a personal tragedy for his father, King Henry Brilliant. It dismantled a carefully laid succession plan, plunging England into chaos. The ripples extended outward, sparking a bitter power struggle that cascaded into civil war, shattering the nation's fragile peace. The tragic sinking of the White Ship didn't just drown passengers, it submerged England in an era of conflict. With no legitimate heir, rival factions vied for power, igniting a succession crisis known as the Anarchy. This period of instability left scars on England's political landscape. Join us on a journey back in time, to the fateful voyage shrouded in mystery. Through historical reenactment, witness the dramatic series of events that reshaped England's destiny. Explore how one catastrophic night altered the throne's course, setting off a chain reaction in medieval history. Dive into history's tides with us. Subscribe for more immersive tales and uncover the secrets of the past that still echo today. Share your thoughts on how the White Ship might have altered history and join a community dedicated to piecing together historical puzzles. The Enigma of the Lost Victory. Imagine a legendary vessel, the HMS Victory, not the famed flagship, but her lesser-known predecessor launched in 1737. She sailed with 100 guns and a formidable crew, only to be swallowed by the English Channel's depths in 1744, claiming 1,100 souls in a historic naval catastrophe. For centuries, the mystery of the Victory's resting place remained unsolved, her secrets buried beneath the Channel's tumultuous waters. Despite many efforts, the location of her shipwreck eluded explorers, leaving behind whispers of her tragic last journey and the lives lost. In 2009, a breakthrough occurred. A U.S. company, guided by advanced marine technology, unveiled the wreck 50 miles off England's coast near Plymouth. The find was monumental, casting new light on historical events, raising questions about the disaster, and igniting scholarly debates globally. Why did this tragedy occur? What can the artifacts tell us about 18th century naval warfare and life aboard? The Victory's rediscovery calls on maritime scholars to delve deeper, piecing together the narrative we thought we knew and challenging historical assumptions. This unearthing of the HMS Victory invites you to explore this maritime mystery further, dive into the depths of unexplored history, and contribute to understanding one of the sea's greatest enigmas. Engage with this discovery and participate in rewriting naval history. Follow us to stay updated on this compelling story. The SS Sultana, America's forgotten maritime disaster. Imagine the relief of soldiers finally returning home, only to face an unexpected tragedy. On April 27, 1865, the SS Sultana, a Mississippi steamer designed for 376 passengers, carried over 2,000 war survivors, unaware of the imminent disaster awaiting them. Around 2 a.m., an initial boiler explosion erupted in the Sultana, swiftly followed by two more. The massive blast decimated the steamer, igniting catastrophic fires. In mere moments, the wooden vessel transformed into a nightmare, with many trapped in the fiery inferno amid the Mississippi's dark waters. In a bid to transport as many soldiers as possible, regulations were overlooked, allowing for severe overcrowding. These desperate decisions led to one of the deadliest maritime accidents in U.S. history, claiming 1,168 lives, eclipsing even the Titanic disaster in its toll on American soil. This devastating event was overshadowed by the assassination of President Lincoln and the end of the Civil War. The tragedy of the Sultana remains a somber chapter, often forgotten in history books, but vital for understanding the human cost of unheeded warnings and negligence. Let us bring light to those lost voices and honor their memory. Dive deeper into this overlooked history and spread awareness among students, peers, and communities. Encourage further exploration and education about the SS Sultana, ensuring their story of hope turned heartbreaking will not be forgotten. Carpathia, the unsung hero of Titanic's tragedy. Imagine receiving an SOS in the dead of night, racing against the clock through icy waters. This was the reality for the passengers of the RMS Carpathia, the ship that responded to the Titanic's fateful call. What must have gone through their minds? Let's dive into their incredible journey. As distress flares lit up the night sky, the passengers of the Carpathia awoke to urgency and chaos. Amidst freezing conditions, they banded together, preparing their ship for the unthinkable rescue ahead. Their collective courage set a tone of resolve and determination. The Carpathia passengers witnessed unspeakable heartache and relief as Titanic survivors were brought on board. This experience forged connections among strangers, each sharing in the miraculous rescue and the tragic loss. Their stories of kindness and bravery echo through history, reminding us of humanity's resilience. The Carpathia's tale doesn't end at the rescue. It sparked a legacy of maritime safety and awareness, changing lives beyond that night. The passengers, hailed as silent heroes, played a pivotal role in an enduring historical narrative that continues to captivate enthusiasts. Dive deeper into these captivating stories and honor the bravery aboard Carpathia by watching our full documentary. Subscribe for more historical insights and share this tale of resilience. Embark on a journey through time with us and let history inspire today. The tragic voyage of the RMS Lusitania. Imagine stepping aboard for a transatlantic journey, unaware it's a path towards tragedy. In 1914, the RMS Lusitania transformed from a celebrated passenger liner to a light merchant cruiser. As war loomed, she became a target in the perilous waters of the Atlantic. By 1915, naval warfare dominated the Atlantic. Germany's ominous declaration marked the seas around Britain as a war zone, targeting any vessel. Yet, the Lusitania embarked from New York, passengers and munitions in tow, facing an uncertain and dangerous future distilled within the ocean's vast expanse. On May 7th, fate intercepted the Lusitania. Torpedoes struck off the Irish coast, sealing her destiny. In just 18 minutes, the once majestic liner succumbed to the depths. The Lusitania's sinking wasn't just a maritime disaster, it fueled global outrage and intensified World War I's ferocity. This tragic event shifted public sentiment and influenced the U.S. towards eventual engagement in the war, altering the course of history and underscoring the human cost of conflict. Reflect on this maritime tragedy. The Lusitania's story is a compelling chapter of courage and loss amidst chaos. Dive deeper into history, uncover tales of resilience, and consider how the echoes of the past shape our world today. The tragic voyage of the MV Wilhelm Gustloff. Imagine a luxurious cruise ship, once a beacon of leisure and joy, becoming a tool of war. The MV Wilhelm Gustloff, originally part of Nazi Germany's Strength Through Joy program, transformed into a naval asset. What happened when this vessel became a lifeline for fleeing civilians? As World War II neared its end, the Soviet army surged forward. Thousands of East Prussian refugees looked to the Wilhelm Gustloff for salvation. Overcrowded with desperate souls, the ship departed Gotenhafen, symbolizing hope amidst chaos. How did such a journey turn into one of history's deadliest maritime disasters? On January 30th, 1945, the Wilhelm Gustloff faced its tragic end. Struck by Soviet torpedoes, it sank swiftly into icy waters. Over 9,000 lives, mostly civilians, were lost in this catastrophe. This lesser-known tragedy eclipses infamous disasters like the Titanic. Why do we scarcely acknowledge this harrowing event? The sinking of the Wilhelm Gustloff serves as a stark reminder of wartime's indiscriminate cruelty. It underscores the duty to remember those who sought refuge and the immense loss endured. Memorial events urge us to reflect. How can we ensure that history's most vulnerable are not forgotten? It's crucial that we, as scholars, illuminate the shadows of history. Share the story of the Wilhelm Gustloff with your communities. Let us honor the lives lost by ensuring this tragedy remains a poignant lesson for future generations. The tragic voyage of MV Goya. Imagine a ship meant for cargo suddenly forced into a perilous mission of saving lives during wartime chaos. The MV Goya, built in 1940 in Norway, was seized by Nazis and repurposed for civilian evacuation in 1945. This transformation made it a pivotal player in Operation Hannibal. By April 1945, the Goya was overloaded with hope, literally. Nearly 7,000 desperate souls boarded, seeking refuge from the war's devastation, despite the ship's safe capacity being just about 1,200. The stakes were incredibly high, and the journey meant more than merely moving people. It was a passage away from fear. As darkness cloaked the Baltic Sea on April 16, 1945, the Goya sailed forward, her decks brimming with evacuees. But this fateful voyage met a tragic end when a Soviet submarine unleashed torpedoes, triggering massive explosions. In mere moments, the ship sank, taking thousands with it into the icy abyss. The story of the MV Goya is not only about a ship, but about lives risked and lost in war's indifferent grasp. It exemplifies the desperate choices in wartime. We remember it to honor those who sought refuge and their untold stories buried beneath the waves. History teaches valuable lessons, and the MV Goya's tale is a somber reminder of humanity's costs in conflict. We invite you to delve deeper into this story and share your reflections. Subscribe for more insights into history's hidden narratives and ensure these stories are never forgotten. The tragedy of SS Kyangya, a forgotten maritime disaster. In December 1948, the passenger steamship SS Kyangya embarked on a fateful journey. Fleeing the chaos of the Chinese Civil War, over 2,000 desperate refugees crowded aboard, seeking safety from the advancing communist forces. Little did they know, this voyage would end in unimaginable tragedy. As the Qianya sailed from Shanghai, her fate was sealed by a hidden, deadly menace. A leftover mine, possibly from the Imperial Japanese Navy during World War II, lay undetected in the Yangtze River. The catastrophic explosion that followed killed between 2,750 and 3,920 souls, one of history's deadliest maritime tragedies. Despite the scale of the disaster, the stories of those aboard the Qianya remain largely untold. These passengers, fleeing for their lives amidst a brutal civil war, deserve to be remembered. Each life lost was a story of hope, fear, and an unwavering quest for safety. The SS Qianya tragedy highlights the harrowing impact of war on innocent lives. It's a stark reminder of the dangers that lurk even after peace treaties are signed. By commemorating this disaster, we ensure that the lives lost are not forgotten and that lessons of the past continue to resonate. Join us in honoring the memory of the SS Qianya and her passengers. Share this story to keep their legacy alive. By remembering the past, we can learn to build a more peaceful future. Subscribe for more untold stories of history and become part of a community that cherishes remembrance. Voyage of Tragedy, the Danya Paz Disaster. Imagine a peaceful voyage across the serene waters of the Philippines, suddenly turning into a nightmare. This is the story of Danya Paz, one of the deadliest maritime disasters in history, where over 4,000 lives were lost in a tragic collision at sea. Built in 1963, Danya Paz served diligently, connecting two bustling regions. After a fire gutted it in 1979, she was painstakingly restored, sailing weekly between Manila and Tacloban. Little did passengers know, a journey of hope would soon turn into a haunting memory. On December 20, 1987, while en route to Manila, Danya Paz collided with an oil tanker, Vector. Laden with over 1 million liters of gasoline, Vector's volatile cargo ignited instantly. Flames engulfed both vessels, turning a tranquil sea into a burning inferno. With only 25 survivors, this catastrophic event highlighted grave deficiencies in maritime safety standards and emergency preparedness. The tragedy underscored the deadly consequences of neglect, compelling international maritime bodies to reevaluate safety protocols. This disaster serves as a poignant reminder: robust safety protocols save lives. As advocates, our role is crucial in pushing for stringent safety standards and vigilant enforcement. Share this story to honor the victims and fuel change for safer seas. Together, let's ensure such a calamity never occurs again. 9 of the deadliest shipwrecks in history. Shipwrecks have long fascinated historians, maritime enthusiasts, and the general public alike. These tragic events not only underscore the fragility of human endeavors at sea, but also serve as haunting reminders of the perilous nature of maritime travel. We invite you on an interactive journey through history's most devastating maritime disasters, understanding the circumstances and enduring lessons they impart. In a chilling tale from World War II, the MV Wilhelm Gustloff met its tragic end on January 30, 1945. A Soviet submarine's torpedoes sealed the fate of over 9,000 souls, leaving an indelible mark as the deadliest maritime disaster recorded. July 24, 1915, marked a dark moment when tragedy befell the SS Eastland. The ship, burdened with passengers, capsized at the dock in Chicago, claiming 844 lives and prompting crucial maritime safety reforms. Perhaps the most poignant of all, the RMS Titanic's ill-fated maiden voyage on April 15, 1912, ended in catastrophe. Striking an iceberg, the unsinkable ship succumbed to the North Atlantic, taking with it over 1,500 passengers and crew, forever reshaping safety protocols at sea. Engage with interactive elements to explore the past and reflect on these haunting reminders of our vulnerability amidst the unforgiving oceans.